Alright, so I'm on my way to go pick up the car. I have the money right here. Yeah, I have in a Farm Boys bag. But on my way to go pick up the car, there's a little bit of traffic, and I think I'm about 43 minutes out, so not too far, not too bad. I got the trailer all loaded up. I'm gonna do a quick video. Alright, so here it is, my RB25 powered Datsun 240Z. This car to me has been a bucket list car. Basically, I said one day when I'm done building cars, I want this to be one of my final builds. But I came across a really good deal on this, and these cars are skyrocketing in price, difficult to find without rust. And this one's basically started with what I would have done to it exactly. It's not finished. I'll go into detail later on with what needs to be done to the car. But I want to talk about this car and a few things about it first. So for starters, to me, this is one of the most beautiful Japanese classics that there is. I mean, obviously, probably the most beautiful would have to be the 2000 GT, I think it is, by Toyota. That's definitely tops this, but this is up there with it. This is a 71, California registered, and because it's a 71, it is CARB exempt. So that swap is actually 100% legal to do in this car. And also another thing about this car, my dad used to own one back in the day. He owned a 260, not a 240, but yeah, he is obsessed with this car too. He loves this car so far. And this car just to me is really special. Everything about this car is just so well put together and well designed. And even on Criminal Minds, I remember, which is one of my favorite shows, this is in the first episode. I'm gonna rewatch that later today, but yeah, this is in the first episode. All right, so now let's go into detail in the car specifically. For one, it's a 71, so it does have the Series 1 vertical defrosters, which looks amazing. It has not been registered since 2010. So this car hasn't driven in over 12 years. The guy that I bought it from told me that he also has a RB25 swap 240Z. And I think he said this is one of his buddy's project, and he went off to like the army or something and just never had the time to fully finish it. So to my knowledge, the car does start. All right, so the car does start, it just doesn't drive. So as far as I know, that's broken right now. It's the master cylinder, it's leaking. I try to press the brakes and the clutch and they both just shot everywhere. The car does need a new radiator. That's stock radiator. There's no way it can handle the RB25. It does have an intercooler. I'm not sure what brand. I mean, it's blue and it looks like Greddy, but I'm pretty sure it's not Greddy. Throttle linkage is kind of interesting. They did the stock right here, followed this line. It's zip tied right there, so that's gonna go. They use the stock one. I'm not sure what people do. I really haven't looked into it that much, so I am gonna fix it properly, because right now, even if you pull the throttle wide open, which I think is that way, you pull it wide open over here, it's not wide open over there, so you're missing out on performance right there. Gonna fix that. And the car doesn't have a battery right now. The battery's actually over here because I used it for my trailer, for the winch. The car is mint. I mean, when I say mint, I don't mean like perfect condition. You know, the fucking paint is like cancerous. But when I say the car is mint, I mean no rust. If you look around on eBay, you will see these pretty cheap, like reasonably priced, and then you look at the bottom of it and it's just covered in rust. This car has always been kept dry. I know at one point it was in Texas, not sure what part of Texas, but it does have a Texas vehicle registration, and I don't know where this is actually. Oh yeah, that's Texas as well. So the car was in Texas at some point in its life, but it was always kept dry, and after that, I think for like the past 12 years, it's been here in California. So no rust anywhere throughout the car. I mean, I inspected the whole car. It has like its little surface rust, which I don't really, oh shit, it shocked me. I don't really consider this bad because this is nothing. It's like little tiny areas where you see it bubbling, but it's not like rust to the point where if I press in on it, it's just gonna cave in, you know? That's the only spots where I actually saw it was on the roof, but the rest of the car doesn't really have anything. I inspected the whole underbody of it already. I even jacked it up and everything. But yeah, we have an RB25 and a matching transmission that's a 5-speed from, I think all this came out of an R33. Yeah, R33. Stock wiring harness, stock ECU, which just to drive it, I think this is what I'm gonna get started with, and as I go, I'm gonna upgrade everything. So, you know, not the prettiest in here, and it definitely needs some work. I mean, this is a 50-year-old car or something, so, you know, it's gonna need a few things. There's kind of wiring everywhere. I definitely need to tidy that up. I don't know. Oh yeah, that ECU is definitely from the 33 engine because I don't think these cars even had ECUs in their day. I actually haven't even sat in it really, like adjusted the seat. Oh yeah, the seat does not go back, and I am like way far up. Okay, well, before I drive this car, I definitely do need to fix the seat because I have like no room. I was about to press the clutch, but if I would press the clutch, fluid would go everywhere in my shop. But as I was saying, if I do end up getting this car running soon, I do need to fix the seat because I am way too far up. I'm not even that tall. I'm about 6 foot, and let me flip the camera around. My head is like an inch at most away from the roof, and not even that. I don't even have leg room. Like, I think this is beat level of leg room, which is nothing. But back to the car. Interior, this wheel, I actually am like 90% certain that this is the original wheel, so I do want to get it refurbished, or I could just buy another one and keep this one laying around. All right, so I'm not sure where I left off. My dad popped into the shop and I want to show him around the car as well. But this is the original wheel, I'm pretty certain, so I am gonna restore it and keep it on, and if I don't restore, I'll get a replica one and just leave this wheel somewhere laying around because I don't want to get rid of it. Gauges are, I mean, just look at that. I just wiped it down right now, which I know is causing micro scratches. I'm not going to keep these gauges. Speed Hut makes a really nice gauge set for this car, so I'm going to go through them. The car did have a radio at one point, an aftermarket one. I was looking around online and they make a style of head unit that looks more period correct, so I'm gonna order that just so it looks, you know, looks in place here. Like even this looks a little bit out of place, so I don't know if this original, I'm not certain, but I am gonna get the leather one that goes above this because I know that that's more period correct. I'm gonna get the shift shift boot, e-brake boot and e-brake, all new stuff right here. You know, I don't even know what this does, but it looks cool. I'll figure out what that does and then I'll order the stuff for it. Oh, there's an aux cable. Nice. What else do we have? Door panels. I'm ordering new door panels, new carpet. I am ordering this little handle. It's such an odd position for a door handle down there, but it's there. The window did used to go up and down, but then we rolled it down when we were loading the car on, and then we couldn't get it up. But I'm sure it's simple. It probably just got jammed or something. I mean, like I said, the car's 50-something years old. I think these are my turn signals. Hold on. Yeah, turn signals. Sorry, since I've been in the beat pretty often, I get very confused on which ones are my signals and which ones are my wipers. Oh, these don't even move. Okay, well, this stock doesn't move, so that's good to know. But yeah, this on your left side is your blinkers, and on right-hand drive cars, it's on your right side. What else? We have the vents for the air, which I should probably keep closed. I think this was a choke for the car, because, you know, this car's originally carbureted, but I'm not too sure if that is. I really have to do a lot of research and figure out what is everything in here, because I'm used to, like, you know, my 90s, 2000s cars where if I see something I could figure out what it is, no problem, just based off where the wires are out. But I don't know too much about this. I have a cigarette lighter, I think. Oh, that's not a cigarette lighter. Well, maybe if you bought like a higher trim, there was a cigarette lighter in there, but that's just a blank. There's a bolt right here. There's probably some sort of logo supposed to be in there. The keys are right here, so I have the keys. I might throw those in my office later. I kind of want to try to start it, but I'm gonna wait until I can inspect the car thoroughly. Alright, so now I'm standing up. The seat needs some work. I mean, I could honestly just get these reupholstered, get new foam for them. But I really like a Recaro seat that they make that looks period correct for this car, so I am going to go with that most likely. Let's see the hatch. Oh, it does not stay up, so I'm not even going to hold it up because this thing's heavy as hell. But, you know, trunk needs some work too. There's what are those? Like some 6-inch speakers, 7-inch speakers. Let me close this. Yeah, that thing is heavy as hell. I mean, it has all the glass and everything, but it's probably not as heavy as the 240Z SX. Sorry, I was about to call that 240Z. So something else up front, we don't know what mounts those are, but the welds on them look pretty bad. And when I say we, I mean the previous owner. Yeah, those welds are not pretty. It was probably done in somebody's garage. Let me see if I can get that. Yeah. Probably done in somebody's garage. I'm pretty sure I could just remake some better mounts if I don't like them. Wheels and tires, I don't know what wheels and tires I'm going to go with, but I know for a fact these tires are probably 12 years old maybe. They probably will not be able to hold the power that the RB25 does. I mean, stock, it doesn't really do anything crazy, but these tires probably don't hold that much power. And I'm not going to run 12-year-old tires, so I'm going to do new tires, something nice and sticky, maybe like a Toyo, something Japanese. I don't know. I'll look into it, but yeah, car needs a lot of work. I mean, it's an older car. I've never built something of this age, so I did know going into this that it's going to need a lot of work. I do have a car similar age. I have a 1970 Dodge Charger, and even that needs a ton of work. But just look at how sick this is. Like the hood opening, I don't know what they call that, but opening the opposite way looks sick. On the Beat, they called it clamshell. I'm not sure if it has the same name on this car, but it's sick. I mean, all right, so while we're in the shop, I might as well do a little update on the S14 project. So, I mean, as you could tell, it's in the process of paint. We're gonna throw another layer of primer on it as well, and then paint, clear coat, all that. The body itself, we haven't had the time to sand it, but we did sand all the panels. I have that one over there because I cracked it when I was moving it. Side skirts are sanded. Roof needs to be sanded. I freaking hate sunroofs because I don't know what it had to do with the sunroof, but my dad was explaining to me that the sunroof caused it to divot, which I don't think is the case. I think he doesn't know that the hood flew up and smacked into it and dented it, but whatever. Besides the point, I hate sunroofs. I hate sunroof cars. I just don't like how it looks. It kills the body lines. So I bought this car because it was a good deal and I didn't mind the sunroof. But yeah, I hate them. Color, I do know the color I'm going to do. I don't want to post it yet or announce it, but it's a very, very nice color. And I got a Sabon carbon fiber hood, which looks beautiful. I haven't had the chance to test fit it, so I do have to test fit it on the car, but this thing looks incredible. I mean, right now it's a little dirty from, shipping packaging, so I'm going to wash it off. As far as paint goes, I do want to paint it because I want it to match the body of the car and everything, but what I was telling one of my buddies is I might mix 50% base coat and clear coat and try to get like a ghost effect where you could see the paint, but you could still see the carbon weave. It's something like Pagani does on their cars. I know this is not like a multi-million-dollar car, but they do something like that on their cars and it looks good. So I'll test it out. If I don't like it, then I'll just respray the whole thing. These blast pipes might have to go because, first off, whoever welded them didn't do a good job. They got like, I don't know what this stuff is, but the welding material went everywhere. There's a name to it, I think they call it slag, I don't know. But that shit got everywhere. And it's not even bolted in right now because when you put the bumper on, these have to be moved about 2.5 inches that way. So they're not bolted in right now because whenever I test with the bumper, that has to be moved. My front and rear bumpers are here. My door panels are here. And Xenon's wheels are right there because I test with them on the beat, but earlier I had moved them up over there. If you didn't see the last video, it was Xenon's R32. We put new wheels on it, which is the Watts and all the suspension pieces. That car looks amazing now, but he left his wheels here. He says he's gonna pick them up. Honestly, I told him I don't mind. It's not like they're taking up space because I have a bunch of space here for him. So back to this. Oh, I actually got something new. I'll unbox it right now. But yeah, so I need to sand the body, make sure it's 100% ready for another layer of primer and paint. But yeah, this car's coming along pretty good. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with the color that I bought. It looks really good in the can. We'll see how it looks once it's all sprayed out and everything, but for the most part, it looks good. So we're gonna set the camera down here on top of the MR2. Yo, I was looking for this the other day. It's a piece of a cutoff wheel, and I heard it fly, and I honestly thought it hit the S2000, but landed over here. All right, so let's cut this box open. Hopefully you guys cannot see my address over there, because if you can, I might get mugged. I'll make sure to blur it out if it does show up. Damn, if I would have cut any deeper, I probably would have cut into the mats. But these mats look sick. They're the P2M checkered mats. Let me throw them on the floor so you guys can see. So yeah, P2M, these are going in the S14 checkered mats. The carpet in that car is kind of an ugly color, so I kind of want to cover it up with something a little bit nicer. But yeah, these mats look sick. I think I'm going to leave them out right now, just so they can flatten out and everything. And then I'll throw them in the car later on, but they're fine for right here for now. Yeah, these things are sick. Yeah, so that is my 240Z and S14 update. I don't really know full plans for this car. I've wanted this car for so long, but I never really planned on owning it this soon. So I don't really have a full build plan for this like I typically do with like the S2000 or the RX-7 or the 240 hatch. You know, all these cars have had their plans years before I bought it. Even like the Beat and the S14, which I never thought I'd own either of those two, but good deals came along, and I mean, when a good deal comes along, you have to buy it, just like this. But yeah, the next video I might have it more sorted out, but I'm kind of rushed to put this video out because I can't keep this car secret. I love this car so much, and I really want to post it. And if you saw earlier, time is it? It's about 10. I think around 9 a.m. I posted an Arby's logo just for the fun of it on my Instagram story with no context, nothing. If you saw that, you're probably very confused. But if you're watching this video, then you understand what that is. But all right, time to go edit this video, and I'll be posting it around 12, but that doesn't really matter because you're already watching it. So that about wraps up today's video, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers to another project car.